Okay, hello. We're back, and the fan is on. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to deal with the fan because I'm sweating. Um, so today's video, and by today I mean today, is going to be why I love myself. So I just filmed my video talking about why I hate myself. As part of this love-hate series that I started a long time ago that I've only done one topic. But today I did it in reverse because I wanted to end on a lighter note. I don't hate myself. I mean, I do sometimes, and I hate the things I do sometimes. But I don't hate who I am. I honestly hate that I hate myself sometimes. So I love myself. So today I want to get into some of the reasons why I love myself. And then I'm also going to use the tarot to talk about some other things that I may have missed. So yeah, because if you watched, go watch it. Go watch Why I Hate Myself. Why do I hate myself so much? And this video is going to be called Why I Love Myself So Very Much, because I do. I really do love myself so very much. But I just need to I need to live that truth a little bit more, because it's true, but I don't act like it sometimes. But anyways, one of the reasons I love myself is because I have a way with words. I love words. Thank you to my father for that. He's a word person. I think they're so interesting. And why words mean what they mean and how words change over time. It's just really cool. Language is cool. And I think that sometimes, not always, but sometimes I have a way with words. I'm able to communicate things in a way that is eloquent. And this also ties into something I wrote down here, that I'm good at connecting seemingly unconnected things. And I think I do that through words. I love etymology. I love figuring out the parts of a word and how they were put together to change the meaning or have a new meaning. And so I think I have a very I love synthesis. I love to synthesize things and get them down to their roots and bare meanings. And when we get down to the foundation of things, that's how we can find the connectedness. Or that's one way. That's one way that I'm good at doing that, I guess. I also wrote that I am intelligent. I mean, we're all intelligent, but I think I have always had a very analytical, I guess, mind. Like I said, I'm good at synthesizing things, and I love to connect seemingly unrelated things. So I think that's what I mean when I say intelligent. There's all different types of intelligence. I just happen to have good, I guess, book smarts. Maybe not so much anymore, but I'm trying to get back into that by reading more books. And I also wrote that I'm curious. I think that's why I love, connecting things. Because I want to know why. How kids always ask why? I feel like that's still me. I always want to know why. But why? That's why I love to figure out why a word means something. I also wrote that I'm kind of cool. Specifically, I can do cool things with my body. I was a cheerleader for, I think, 7 years. I'm always going to be a cheerleader at heart. That's who I am. But I was a competitive cheerleader and then also a cheerleading coach. I was coaching for 3 years, but a cheerleader for 7. And I was pretty cool. I could do cool stuff. Even on my first season, I was definitely the star of the show. I was the only boy on the team, and I was one of 3 guys that I saw. I was 12. At I don't know why I mentioned that I was 12, but that was when I started cheerleading. I was one of 3 or 4 or 5 very few guys at the national competition at the end of the year. But I was the only flyer. because I've always been like kind of small and flexible, and so I was the one that got lifted up in the air or thrown in the air. And I've always been able to tumble, like, so yeah, I'm pretty cool when it comes to that. Watch one of my tumbling videos. I think there's 2 that I left up on this channel. They're not very good, but my tumbling can be good sometimes. So that's what I have here. Oh, another thing I have is that I'm stunning. I'm gorgeous. You know, I'm perfect. I'm beautiful. I look like Linda Evangelista. I'm a model. You know, everything about me is perfect. No, but I do love the way I look. Which is something I love about myself. So I'm trying to have no shame about that. Go watch my video on no shame. Okay, the last thing I wrote is that I'm kind of silly and goofy. Like I can be very serious, and I love to talk about serious things. But I'm also very unserious. Like that was a Drag Race reference. If you don't know what the hell I was talking about, Aja, who better fucking win All Stars 10 this year. I swear to God, Aja needs to win. She probably won't, because I think they're going to give it to Ginger Minj. Why would they bring Ginger Minj for a 4th season if they weren't going to crown her? Because she is good TV, and she's good at Drag Race. But I need Aja LaBeija to win. I need Aja LaBeija to win. But yeah, so that was a reference to that. That's why I said I was like silly and goofy. Like, I'm joking. Like, yes, I am stunning and gorgeous. You know, perfect, beautiful. I look like Linda Evangelista. But I'm also just silly and joking, and I'm a goofball. But I think people don't really know that about me. Like, it's definitely a part of me that I'm not super outward with. Like I seem very serious and very cold. It's the Saturn of it all. But I am really goofy, really silly, really ridiculous sometimes. Like my friends, my sister, like my family, like they know that I'm like fucking ridiculous and sometimes very sarcastic and like ironic. Yeah, okay. That's all I have to say. Let's get into some cards. Why do I love myself? Why do I love myself so very much? Let's find out. Okay, we've got 3 cards, just like last time, and this was on the bottom of the deck when I started, and now it's here again. The Chariot, Cancer season, or just Cancer in general. Moving on, change. I love myself because I'm depressed. No, I don't love that I'm depressed. I actually love that I'm less depressed than I used to be. But I think the reason this is coming out, I love myself because I try to be in tune with reality. And sometimes the reality of life is darkness. And I love that I'm able to share that because I think we need that in the world. You know, I never would have said that I love my strength. So I'm glad I pulled these cards. Because I guess I am strong. I am strong for, you know, handling the darkness of life, for taking that on. Because although I do love to avoid, I don't. I do. It does require strength to be honest about suffering, something that we all experience and we all do. And lastly, I love myself because I love myself. I love that I love myself. And I hope that you love yourself too. Even if sometimes you hate yourself, remember at the end of the day, you love yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and you'll see me in the next one.